So I went to the border to find out whether or not this was all a bunch of hype, this big news story that you hear all the time, the border's open, it's chaos, or whether it was actually true. I wanted to find out for myself. That's why I went. 2 quick takeaways, and then I'll show you what happened this morning. 1, you can't help but feel compassion for the individual immigrant that makes a trek very, very dangerous, sometimes for weeks on end, to come to America. We do have the absolute best country. On the other hand, you can also at the same time condemn the policy that encourages people to do something that's incredibly dangerous and has catastrophic impact for Americans that are here in our country. And how do we define our country if we don't actually have a border? So more on that at the end of the video. Watch what happened. I didn't plan this. It just happened. I just went down as a matter of reference for you. I'm at the boat ramp in Eagle Pass, Texas. You can find it on Google Maps. This is what happened this morning. Watch. So down here on the Rio Grande, we got the Border Patrol boat. And over there, we have a group of immigrants in the river right now. Sunday morning is about 8:30 on Sunday morning. They seem to be about chest high in water. There's at least 3 that I can see, maybe 4. It's hard to tell for sure. They seem to be now walking a little bit more swiftly. They found a shallower place. They're now maybe only knee height, and they're making better progress now that they found a better place to cross. I can't tell, but it's possible that one of the adults is carrying a child, or is that a large bag? I can't really tell. You okay? Okay? See?
Okay, see.
¿De dónde?
Venezuela.
Venezuela. Al tres? Venezuela? Sí. You walk all the way from Venezuela. Peanut butter. It's peanut butter. Okay. Mother and friend. Wow. Why'd you come to America? Why? When did you start? Venezuela. Tiempo. Tiempo.
25 days.
25 days from Venezuela. Dangerous? See. You have a baseball glove. Yeah. Where you go now? Where you go now? Where? De donde in America? Washington? Or New York? Washington or New York? So what just happened here is these 3 folks, mother, son, and friend, crossed the river under the supervision of the Border Patrol. The boat stood by, watched, and when the boat realized that they were going to safely make it and there were not going to be any drowning or anything like that, the boat took off. And now these folks who came from Venezuela, took them 25 days to get from Venezuela to walk effectively, are now in America. And there's no government official here to stop them or anything. It's a Sunday morning about 8:35 or whatever, and here they are. They seem nice enough, but they are here in the country illegally, of course. So what we're witnessing here is the smaller group crossed, the 3 crossed, and then about 20 minutes later a pickup truck arrived, and these folks also arrived, I think also from Venezuela, and they're getting directions from the first group on the best spot to cross while the Border Patrol observes. ¿De dónde?
Venezuela.
Venezuela.
Mira, camínenle para allá y hay unos soldados allá.
¿Para abajo?
Sí, para abajo.
Listo, gracias, hermano. Bendiciones. Gracias.
Venezuela.
Venezuela, hermano. Venezuela, Venezuela para el mundo. Gracias. Gracias.
So what we just witnessed down here at the boat ramp was effectively a supervised invasion or illegal immigrant crossing with your federal government not securing the border. There is no border. The federal government, the Border Patrol, you just saw it with the boat. They just sat there and made sure no one drowned, but they didn't interdict or in any way impede the crossing of the river. They just came right in, and then they directed them down here to the far left to get processed, where I can see way in the distance there are a number of government officials and vehicles, and they're going to get on buses, go up to the processing center. In fact, these two ladies that I just spoke to, they actually work at the Border Patrol, and they're going to be taking like a fact-finding tour on the boat in just a short time. They work at the processing center. They were just joking that tomorrow they might actually see those same people up at the processing center. But that's what happens when your government doesn't enforce the border. They're just supervising, making sure no one drowns as the border is wide open. And that was most certainly a coordinated crossing where we've had the first three people, the very two strong men with the elderly mother, they passed. And immediately when they did that, they were looking back over the river, and another 15 or 20 minutes later, another larger group of 7 or 8 younger people showed up. And so the coyotes were like, let's send the test group first, the 3 people, see how the Border Patrol reacts. And then once we get them across, then we'll come back with the pickup truck, drop off the young people, and the young people made it after that. We don't really have a border. It's wide open.